raw laning, but they are once again off to a head start. Shiro on the Faceless Void is struggling, 11-4 against Noob, 22-10 on Mars. This is, of course, a lane that you would argue favors Mars Clock, but probably not by this much. So I think a little bit of just raw outplay here as well from the side of Nigma Galaxy in their off lane. And that's probably the lane of theirs in this tournament that has leveled up the most. Noob was receiving some criticism earlier on for falling flat in some lanes in some games. I think on the big stage, he has been playing his best. And Omar as well.
Sure.
Oh, that is not an expected
soloed
kill.
by Sumail. That is a huge deal. Nobody even came to assist.
Yeah, I was not even looking for this. This is kind of crazy. Sand King, like we talked about, generally draws even bad matchups. He's just getting stomped. Sumail 34-15. The Sand King only 21-1. It makes me wonder if this is a little bit of inexperience on Nothing to Say's part. I can't help but feel that a player like Malrine will just get more out of this lane as Sand King.
Right.
Like he's just playing. Sometimes the best way to play the lane is to not play it in the middle. You just pull the waves around and find a different way of navigating. Perhaps he's getting countered out by the threat of Clockwork intercepting him when he tries to go for it. But either way, the result is the same. Sumail with a 1,000 gold lead in mid at 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's looking a lot like last game without the ganking needed.
Yeah.
I guess as Omar, looks like he'll find Y. Still hasn't leveled Battery Salt, still holding on to those levels. Has 2 in cogs right now. As the 6-minute rune is coming. GH and Sumail. Looks like NGX actually in good position to get whatever it is. As it will be a regen, so Sumail will be pretty happy with that. Close to his helm as well.
Yeah, he was down to like 20% mana. Just gonna get it nicely filled up here so he can keep that pressure up. Ooh.
Good dive from GH, has nothing to say. We'll be using the Sandstorm and Inkswell to clean up this stack. GH will be taking a bit of that XP though, but of course the gold a little bit more important. And we're only 30 seconds away from this Wisdom Shrine play as well. It feels like so consistently in this tournament, at the first Wisdom Shrine, it feels like we have several supports at like level 3, sometimes level 2 even. It feels
yeah.
Just all this roaming, I suppose, just hurting their levels overall.
It is really important for both teams to try to get one here. Bach, under some pressure. He's actually getting cooked. Gets a double decay, though, but I don't know if this is going to be enough.
Sunray pretty strong. Dive to follow. Mystic Snake as well. He gets up another Soul Rip and will walk away. It looks like both Wisdom Shrines will be traded.
Yeah.
He's going for the Helm of Dom on the Undying.
Standard.
Let's get a shout out to Helm of the Dom, everybody. All right, mixed reaction. Okay.
There's one guy very loudly booing. I love that.
It's not that bad. It's really not that bad, I feel like.
Can we get a boo for Suns fans taste in items?
Okay.
There we go.
Hey, my favorite
That's
item is
what I'm talking
Aghanim
about.
Scepter, so you're just fooling yourselves here, all right? And Shiro. I mean, at what point can Faceless Voids join the fight these days? Do you, like, obviously old days need to be stacked.
Right.
But this time around, it feels like you do need to get into the action a little bit earlier. Speaking of which, Nightmare onto Noob. Level 6 has the arena. Uses the spear. Shiro does have Chrono if they need it, but this is a 1 versus 3. So Noob will be brought down. We'll be to Y on the Bane.
It's a 3v1. You at least don't have to use Chrono there for the Faceless Void. The hero is able to join earlier. Obviously, the Helm of the Dominator build really helps with that, working in the Chronosphere and doing some extra damage. Nothing to say. Ooh. Yeah, that's better to be a Sand King than a Shaker there. Indeed. Actually getting out. But Void can't do it on his own in the Chrono for a very long time, so again, you're kind of reliant on team damage. If Sand King's game is as weak as it is right now, you're very far from a Blink on NCS, and he's not realistically doing meaningful damage in Chrono without a dagger. So then what do you really have? A Grimstroke Nuke and an Inkswell? It's not all that inspiring. And again, how do you kill Medusa? I think that's my big question once more.
Yeah, we can come back to that as well. As the calling place from Sumail, they want to try to do something about this ancient stack. Deadshot does miss, but why? Taking pretty heavy damage as the Pinecone will continue autonomously, it feels. Burrow Strike onto Omar. It's outside his cogs, but Bach has come to make sure that he does not get out with his life. So the Clockwork Death as Pinecone cone is continuing the pressure onto Y. He'll finally get some reinforcements for this pesky creep.
If that fire spirit would have hit, he would have died.
Jeez. Nobody wants to deal with this bad boy.
I don't know if that was intentional or not, but the neutral team, yeah, they weren't happy with him, so. They ran out of zombies to attack, and now they're just